Hello, welcome to my video in New Orleans here. This is the bridge that is taking us over to the city area. And over here you see the National World War II Museum. And then up ahead you're going to see some other museums that you'll see on the way here. It is pretty beautiful in New Orleans during this time. They have a little jazz it up thing over there. And then they also have other stuff you can see right there. So this is mainly the downtown area that we were driving in here. You can see the different restaurants around. We took the main road over around the downtown to see what is out there. I kind of wish we had some times to go on the train. The last time in 10 years ago, I was able to go on the train, but we honestly just took the cross streets. And you can see here, we were going the back way over to the French Quarter. The French Quarter, if you have not gone, is pretty beautiful. Like, I got to see a lot of the nice views of New Orleans from the view of my car. And so, as you can see here, we're trying to get our way to French Quarter here. And to be honest, it was pretty windy in our time in New Orleans. I don't know what was going on, but around the time of April, I think this was mid-April when we visited, or early April, this was pretty much windy. It was just windy the whole time. And over here, this is the French Quarter now. There's a lot of good restaurants here that you can check out. And then they also have a lot of festivities here. There's the horses right there. And then this is where we were honestly just looking for parking because we had trouble looking for parking. So I was just honestly looking everywhere for parking. Mind you, the parking was really expensive. So I do not recommend parking in the area that you're seeing on this camera footage. Find a cheaper parking lot, please. What you're seeing now is pretty much the harbor area-ish area of French Quarter. And so this is the New Orleans steamer sign, I believe. And this is the carriages. This is the New Orleans sign. We were looking for beignets, but honestly, they were pretty pricey here. They know a lot of tourists go here, so everything, including the socks, were expensive. This was another shop we saw, another sock place. This one had a lot of naughty words, so we're just gonna skip that. And we're going to the restaurants across the way here. There's the jazz area here. This is the Royal area here, and then this is the other beignets shop. There's a lot of art in New Orleans. You should definitely check out the different arts and the different things you can see here. There is a little thing here. Yeah, this is the one with all the pictures. They have a lot of art just around the French Quarter in general. And this is the museum. Here's a more close-up of it. This is the rest of the French Quarter that you're walking through here. Honestly, French Quarter is pretty beautiful. You get to see a lot of different antique shops as well as mom and pop shops and food. This is the food. They had a nice buffet there, by the way, which was really good. Look at all that beautiful pasta and shrimp. Lots of carbs. And then there was a parade outside that was casually happening. They have a lot of parades, like literally. There's literally one happening outside. And then there's a French Quarter Festival sign. And then here was the kitchen signs and more French Quarter here. Honestly, our focus of the rest of the day was pretty much in French Quarter. And then here was going towards the front area here. It's pretty beautiful. You see the little boat. And then there is a bridge right there. And then on the other side here, you can see the rest of New Orleans. And there's a lot of greenery, like more trees. And then there's a dome looking thing. And then here is some more areas that we were passing by on the way. And then this is more of the outside of the downtown area. It's pretty beautiful. And then this is when we were honestly looking at Tulane again. We were looking at the undergrad campus because our flight got delayed. Like all the flights got delayed to New Orleans, so we were just honestly just looking anywhere to see, and this is one of the places that we were looking at. It was pretty beautiful. You can see all the trees again, and we were walking towards the campus. It was pretty muggy and humid. I don't know what it is about New Orleans, but the humidity was not great. I mean, considering the fact that it is in the south and there is hurricanes, the humidity was not great. So that's why you'll notice I did not want to show my face during most of the footage just because I was sweating a lot. There's a little cannon there. And then you can see it more close up now from here. At the time that this was recorded, this is when they actually had their crawfish festival. The crawfish festival is something that they have every single year where they have all these students come on the undergrad campus and they eat crawfish. That's literally what it is. And they have music, have alcohol, you name it. It's really, really fun. So if Tulane is a school that you are considering, they have a lot of good stuff there. Like, you probably will spend a lot. There's Barnes and Nobles there. This is their little chants. And this is the outside going towards the airport. There's a water tower here that we're passing by. It's interesting that there's a beignet shop in the airport too. And then over here, we were flying back to the Bay Area. Technically, we had to go to LA first as a layover, which honestly was not that far of a distance. To the Bay, only 5-hour car drive from LA to Bay, right? Okay, it's actually pretty long. There's Spirit Airlines. I wouldn't recommend Spirit Airlines if I were you. I took Southwest. And so we took the Southwest flight over to LA. And so heading to Los Angeles, the plane was about to go. I'm just going to let you know there was a lot of turbulence on the plane going up because of how windy it was. So a lot of footage was cut out because of that. This is when we were going over the clouds here. And then this is the view. It's pretty beautiful from the up area here. And then this here is more of the view going through the Midwest now. And then I believe this is going over some deserts here. And then we were going over Palm Springs at this point. Palm Springs is pretty beautiful, by the way. And over here is going into Riverside, San Bernardino now. And then the plane is starting to descend into LA here. So this is when we were descending into Los Angeles here. And this is their beautiful airport right there. So as you can tell, very sunny skies, very different weather from Louisiana, I will say. But it was pretty good to see the California sun again. Gotta love California for that sun, right? And so over here is the rest of the recording of us landing into Los Angeles. All right, so over here is LA again at the nighttime because our flight was heading back to San Jose. And look at those pretty lights from the taxiing away, or the runway actually is the proper term. And so here you go. We're about to lift off in 3, 2, 1, and you'll see that footage shortly. There you go. And so that is taking us to the water. So normally if you're going to from LA to the Bay or San Diego to the Bay, it goes over the water just so that way you can turn around. There's a good picture of the LA area. And then this is when we were descending into San Jose. It was pretty late. It was like only like 10-11 p.m. I can't really remember, but this is us landing into San Jose. And then there's our beautiful view. And this is back into the airport of San Jose. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, and subscribe.